Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going to build a to-do application in ServiceNow. I am going to divide this application into 7 modules. Those 7 modules are creating app and data model, creating record producers, creating catalog items, creating workspace, creating mobile user experience, automating processes with flows, securing apps and data. I am going to upload single video for each module. So this is going to be a series of videos. Let us start the first module. When we want to construct a house, we will design the house. In the same way, when anyone want to build an application, then they have to design the application. Now let me show you the design of our to-do application. So there are 7 steps in common. They are business problem, desired outcomes, application usage, inputs, outputs, process, and data model. Now let us see these things individually from our application perspective. So here comes the business problem. Let us understand why do we want to do app. These days we are leading a very busy life and we have to manage our both work and professional life. Sometimes we might forget some things in our busy schedule. So by using to do application, we can track all our to dos. It is a very small idea and small application, but very useful, right? Next, desired outcomes. In this, we can define exactly what we are going to do in this application and what are we expecting from this application. So I want to track all my to dos in a single location, expecting to complete all my tasks in time. I can track all the activities in the to do task. I can improve my productivity as all my tasks are completed within time. And we can automate to populate some fields and send the notifications to users as well. Next, application usage. So, in this, we'll understand for whom we are going to build this application. So, anyone in our organization can use these applications, stakeholders. So, in stakeholders, we have divided it into 3 types: employees, app admin, and fulfiller. Employees can access these applications from desktop, tablet, or mobile, and they can see the real time status through workspace and they can get the notifications by email. And coming to app admin, he can manage the to do projects. And coming to the fulfiller, he is going to work on the to do records and personas. Persona, these are the users. They can create new records through service catalog or ServiceNow forms, and they can also check the status of existing records, and they have the ability to update the existing records and they can see their reports in the workspace. Now let us come to the inputs. What is the input? So we need the data of the to do items. So we can get the data in the 3 ways. First is user input form, second is spreadsheet, and third is user input through service catalog. So in this, we don't want any duplicate data and we are going to import the data using the spreadsheet, and the data format of the spreadsheet might be Excel or CSV. And how we can make the to do items unique. So we can check the to do item assigned to and due date. So these three should be unique. Then only the to do will be the unique. So let's come to the outputs. So where we are going to this data. So by using this data, we can send the notifications to the assigned users daily about their upcoming to dos and data visualization. So Users can access their to-do item statistics using the workspace. Next, we'll go to the processes. So, what is the processes and flows? So, by using this process and flows, we can automate some tasks. So, we are going to use two automations in this to-do app. They are we can assign the to-do to the current user who has created the record, and we can send an email 1 day before the due date to the assigned user by checking the records daily. And next comes data model. So what is the data model? It is basically arranging things in the place. In this data model, we are going to create structure for to do records in which we can define what data should be stored in what column. So in this data model, we are going to create two tables. One is to do project, and we are going to create a new field in this to do project. Field name will be project and the type would be string. So second table is to do. In this table, we are going to create 7 columns or 7 fields. First field is to do item. By using this field, we can identify what is the to do and project. And in this project, we can find to which project that to do is has been assigned and progress. By using this progress, we can check the state of the current to do, and it would be a choice list, and we are going to create 4 choices: not started, in progress, done, and cancelled. Next is importance. By using this importance, we can prioritize the task and check how much important the task is. And next comes assign to. Assign to is created to check to whom the to do item has been assigned, and we are going to assign user table as reference to this. Next comes due date. So by using this column, we can check by when the to do item should be completed. And the last one is send reminder. By using the send reminder, we can choose which users should receive a reminder for the to do item and which users should not receive a reminder. I have logged into my ServiceNow developer homepage, and I'm clicking on start building to log into my ServiceNow instance. In all tab in navigation stream, I am searching for App Engine Studio, and I am opening App Engine Studio. So this is the homepage of our App Engine Studio, and I'm going to create an app using the App Engine Studio. To create an app, I'm clicking on Create App. So the name of our app is To Do, and the description would be track the things you need to do. Let us upload a logo for our app. To upload the logo, I'm clicking on this icon and I have uploaded the logo. Click on continue. These two are the default roles, admin and user. Click on continue, and let us go to app dashboard. Our app has been created, and let us start customizing the app. Next, we are going to create tables for our applications. To create tables, I'm going to click add button beside the data tab. So we are going to create a table by importing a spreadsheet. So I'm clicking on import a spreadsheet, continue. I'm clicking on this link to upload my spreadsheet and I'm navigating to the file open. Our file has been imported. Select import spreadsheet data. Click on continue and click on a new table, create new table, continue. Now click on this down arrow and select this field to display and click on continue and our table label would be to do project. The table name will be populated automatically. Click on continue and give all permissions to admin and continue. Click on done. Now let us create our second table. To create our second table, I am clicking on add again. So we are going to create a blank table. Create a blank table, continue. Create a new table, continue. Table label would be to do and table name would be populated automatically. Continue. I'm selecting all the permissions for the admin. Continue. So our table is created. I'm going to click edit table to add the custom fields to the table. So this is the intro. You can close the dialog, close again, click on more actions, and I am going to select fields view. I am going to add my fields here by clicking on add new field. Add new field. Column label would be to do item. Column name would be populated automatically. The type would be string and max length would be 150 and I am selecting the display to the true. I'm going to add one more field, project name would be populated automatically, type would be reference, the table will be to do project. Next we are going to add one more field, importance, type would be choice, choice type would be drop down with none, must specify a default value. Now we are going to add the choices but not important. Add, next, important, add, very important, add, click on done and the default value would be important. Next we are going to add another field which is progress to track the progress and this would be of type choice again. Choice type drop down without none, must specify a default value and the choices would be not started, add, in progress, in progress, add, done, add, cancelled, add, click on done, and the default value would be not started. I'm going to add one more field that would be assigned to type would be reference again. We are going to assign system users to this as reference. We are going to provide user table here. I'm going to add one more field that is due date to set the last date of the to do. This type would be date. I'm going to add my last field, add new, send reminder, and the type would be true or false. Click on save. Now let us try adding some data to this to do table. Going back to app home, clicking on preview of the to do table, clicking on new. So to do item would be wash the car, assigned to some user, progress not started, due date would be some random date, and project would be home. Submit, and I'm adding new record. To do item would be get the grocery, assigned to would be some random user, progress would be not started, due date would be today, and project would be home. Click on submit, click on new, complete service now, to do application, build, assigned to another some user, due date would be some random date, project would be work. Click on submit. In the list view, we can see created by, updated by, and updates. By this, we can't understand what is the name of the to do item by seeing the list. Let us personalize the list view. For that, we have to select this gear icon, and we have to select the columns. I am selecting all the columns here and removing those. Here I am adding to do item, project, progress, importance, due date, assigned to, and OK. So here now we can see the clear view of our to do items. We have personalized the list view. and I am opening one record, get the groceries. If we see the form is not looking good and like a cluster, and it is not in a good order, and it's not good to see as well. So let us go and customize our form view as well. For that, I'm going back to my App Engine Studio. I'm going to my to do table. I'm clicking on additional actions and selecting edit. So I'm going to forms. Here I'm going to click on default view and I'm going to add a view. And the name of the view would be user view. Create. I'm going to change the section label to do. Click on this and change the label. And I am changing the one column layout to two column layout. I am going to add the project in the first column. I am clicking on this plus icon and selecting the project. In the second column, I want to insert the user field. So I can click on this plus icon or I can select this assign to field, drag it and drop it here. Our first section has been created. Next, we are going to add a section below. To do that, I am clicking on this more actions and clicking on add section below. I am going to keep one column in this section and I am going to add to do item to this section. Now I am selecting this section and I am merging with the section above. Next, I am going to create one more section. So for that, I am clicking on more actions again and I am adding a section below and I am giving name as progress and importance to this section. And this would be a two column section, and in first column I am going to add progress and in second column I am going to add importance. I am selecting this section and I am going to create one more section. For that, I am selecting add section below again. I am going to name this section as dates, and this is going to be a two column section. Here I am going to add created in the first column, due date in the second column, and I am adding a column below that is updated. So let us save this section and click on preview. We can see our form is looking good and organized now. If you want to see this form in platform, click on open form in platform. By this, we conclude our first module, creating app and data. Before closing this video, let us understand what did we cover in this module. It's basically recap of all the things that we have done in this video. We understood why should we design before building any application and design of our to-do application. Next, we have understood how to create an application using App Engine Studio and how to create roles while creating the application. Next, we have created table from existing spreadsheet by importing the spreadsheet. Next, we have created a table from scratch and we have modified the table and added the new fields as per our requirements. Next, we have added some records to the table and tested whether the records are getting updated or not. Next, we have personalized the list view of our table. Next, we understood how to customize forms using form sections, and we have created a view for the user using the form customization. We are concluding our first module, creating app and data here, and I am pasting the links for the files which I have used in building this application or building this module in the description below.